My friend, whenever a date becomes significant in your spirit, it is because heaven is trying to get your attention. And today, 13th of December, carries a whisper, a nudge, a divine reminder. Purpose never sleeps. Purpose is not a hobby. It is not a seasonal assignment. It is the very reason you inhaled this morning. Long before you opened your eyes, purpose was already awake, waiting for you to agree with it. You may feel tired, delayed, overlooked, but purpose is none of those things. Purpose does not grow weary. Purpose does not negotiate with excuses. Purpose stands fully alive, fully charged, fully expecting you to rise. There are moments when life seems to pause, when progress feels slow, when answers feel distant. But purpose never pauses. It keeps knocking on the door of your soul because you were designed with intention. You are not an accident navigating accidents. You are a solution wrapped in flesh, moving through history on divine assignment. Today, heaven is reminding you that destiny does not sleep through your disappointments. Calling does not nap during your confusion. Purpose doesn't shut down because people walked away or seasons changed. Purpose is like a fire, quiet at times, but never extinguished. Even when you feel uninspired, purpose burns. Even when you feel unqualified, purpose speaks. Even when you feel surrounded by uncertainty, purpose stands firm, waiting for you to step back into alignment. There is something you carry that the world still needs. Your voice has not been fully heard. Your gift has not been fully expressed. Your assignment has not been fully completed. You may be in transition, but you are not off track. You may be healing, but you are not disqualified. You may be learning, but you are not late. When God reminds you, purpose never sleeps. He is inviting you to rekindle your focus, to reawaken your courage, to stretch again, dream again, build again. He is stirring the vision inside you that refuses to die because it was born from eternity. Purpose is patient, but it is never idle. It is waiting on us, your yes, Pa, your discipline, your bold step, your faith to move even when the path is not fully lit. And as you move, clarity will meet you. Doers will respond to you. Favor will recognize you, because purpose always pulls resources toward itself. Today is not just another date. It is a reminder that heaven has not changed its mind about you. The assignment still stands. The gift still works. The dream still breathes. Purpose is awake, fully awake, and it is calling your name. My friend, when God stirs your spirit on a specific day, it is because He wants to realign your inner compass. He wants to remind you that what He placed inside you is not seasonal, not temporary, and not fragile. It is eternal. It is durable. It is unshakable. And today that reminder echoes: purpose never sleeps. It never goes dormant simply because you feel weary. It never closes its eyes simply because circumstances have clouded your vision. Purpose operates on heaven's rhythm, not human schedules. It keeps moving when you feel stuck. It keeps speaking when you fall silent. It keeps calling even when you're running in the opposite direction. That is why certain ideas keep returning to you. That is why certain dreams refuse to die. That is why certain desires keep resurfacing, no matter how many times you try to bury them under business fear or doubt. Purpose does not retire. It does not check out. It remains alert, fully awake, waiting for you to match its energy. When God breathes purpose into a person, He does not consult their past. He consults their design. You were crafted with intention, with precision. Every strength, every weakness, every quirk, every longing, He shaped it all to support the assignment He placed within you. So when life feels confusing, when the road feels steep, when your heart asks, "Why am I going through this?" the answer often lies in purpose. Purpose trains you before it releases you. Purpose strengthens you before it elevates you. Purpose refines you before it displays you. There are seasons when you feel hidden, almost buried. But even a seed is hidden before it grows. Being hidden is not the same as being forgotten. When God hides you, it is because He is preparing you. The world may not see you yet, but heaven sees you clearly. You may not feel ready, but purpose is always ready. And it will tug at your soul until your preparation catches up with your calling. Sometimes the greatest battle is not against obstacles outside of you, but against the noise inside of you. Doubt whispers. Fear echoes. Delay discourages. But purpose speaks louder than all of them when you choose to listen. It reminds you of who you are, not who life tried to shape you into. It reminds you of what you carry, not what you lost. It reminds you of where you're going, not where you stumbled. Purpose will wake you up in the middle of the night with ideas that refuse to rest. It will confront you through opportunities that seem too big for you. It will push you through challenges that feel unfair. It will nudge you when you settle for comfort. It will stretch you when you shrink back in hesitation, because purpose is not passive. It is active, it is persistent, it is relentless in pulling you toward your destiny. There is a reason you survived what others didn't. There is a reason you still feel a yearning, even after disappointments. There is a reason you can't shake the sense that there is more in you than the life you are currently living. That reason is purpose. Purpose is the echo of eternity in your soul. When God reminds you that purpose never sleeps, He is not trying to burden you. He is trying to awaken you. Too many people think that purpose is supposed to feel easy. But purpose is not meant to make you comfortable. It is meant to make you complete. It stretches you because you were created to stretch. It challenges you because you were designed to grow. It leads you into unfamiliar places because new levels of destiny require new versions of you. You cannot carry yesterday's mindset into tomorrow's assignment. You cannot walk into a new season with old limitations. Purpose confronts the beliefs that keep you small. It dismantles excuses. It exposes fears. It demands accountability. It will not let you settle for mediocrity when greatness is woven into your DNA. You may not see the full picture yet, but purpose sees it. You may not understand the process, but purpose understands it. You may not know how things will unfold, but purpose knows exactly where it is taking you. You just need to keep moving, keep trusting, keep rising, keep believing. Because purpose is active, but it requires your participation. Sometimes you look at your journey and think, I should be further by now. But purpose is not measured by speed, it is measured by willingness. Heaven is not asking, are you fast? It is asking, are you faithful? Purpose does not demand perfection, it demands obedience. It grows through consistency, not instant success. You must learn to honor the season you are in. If God has you learning, learn well. If He has you building, build faithfully. If He has you healing, heal deeply. If He has you resting, rest purposefully. Every season is sacred because every season is shaping you for what's ahead. Purpose is not only found in the big moments, the applause, the elevation, the breakthroughs. It is found in the quiet sharpening, the silent growth, the hidden development. There will be days when you feel strong and days when you feel fragile. Days when you feel clear and days when you feel overwhelmed. But none of these days change the truth. Purpose never sleeps. It keeps guiding you even when you feel lost. It keeps teaching you even when you feel confused. It keeps strengthening you even when you feel weak. You are on God's timetable, not man's. And God wastes nothing. Not the tears, not the failures, not the delays, not the lessons. Everything is working toward the future He designed for you. Purpose is the thread weaving all the pieces together. And here is something you must understand. Purpose will not wait for perfect conditions. If you wait for life to calm down before you start moving, you will never start. If you wait to feel qualified before you step out, you will never step. Purpose grows in motion, not in hesitation. It expands through action, not through overthinking. There are people waiting for what you carry. There are doors waiting for your knock. There are breakthroughs waiting for your obedience. There are lives waiting for your courage. Purpose is not about you alone. It is about everyone connected to your assignment. When you rise, others rise. When you step out, others gain freedom. When you become who you were created to be, you give others permission to do the same. You may feel ordinary, but your calling is not. You may feel unprepared, but your destiny is not. You may feel unsure, but your purpose is certain. And the God who placed that purpose inside you is not asleep. He is not distant. He is not silent. He is guiding you with intention, shaping you with wisdom, strengthening you with grace. There will be seasons when God seems to slow you down, but slow is not still. Delay is not denial. Preparation is not punishment. Sometimes God slows you because the next chapter requires a stronger version of you. Sometimes He withholds certain doors because stepping through them too early would crush you instead of elevate you. Sometimes He develops you privately before revealing you publicly. Purpose is patient because it already knows its destination. It is not shaken by detours. It is not intimidated by obstacles. It is not threatened by time. It is eternal and therefore it cannot expire. The only thing that can change is your willingness to walk with it. You must learn to trust the seeds God has placed within you. Seeds do not look like trees. Potential does not look like destiny. Beginnings rarely look like the vision. But everything God gives starts small. Your job is not to question the seed. It is to nurture it, water it, protect it. Believe in it even when others do not see what you see. Purpose grows in stages. First the seed, then the roots, then the stem, then the growth, then the fruit. Many people give up during the root stage because nothing seems visible. But the deepest work happens underground. God builds your foundations before He builds your influence. He strengthens your character before He expands your territory. This is why you must remain patient with yourself. Growth is not always loud. Transformation is not always visible. Progress is not always dramatic. Sometimes God works quietly, subtly, gently. But He is always working. Purpose never sleeps because it is tied to your identity. You cannot run from who you truly are. Even if you choose a different path, purpose waits on the road you were destined to walk. You cannot silence it permanently. You cannot outrun it indefinitely. Eventually, your spirit will crave what you were created for. You may feel like you are behind, but purpose says you are right on schedule. You may feel like life has slowed you, but purpose says every step is valuable. You may feel like your fire dimmed, but purpose says the flame is still alive. All you need is to breathe on it again, through prayer, through discipline, through faith, through action. You do not need to know every detail. You just need to take the next step. One step becomes momentum. Momentum becomes acceleration. Acceleration becomes transformation. And transformation becomes fulfillment. Purpose never sleeps because God never sleeps. And the one who watches over you is still working, still guiding, still shaping, still calling. Today is a divine reminder that you are not done. Your assignment is not complete. Your best days are not behind you. Your story is still unfolding, and purpose, alive, awake, relentless, continues to call you forward. My friend, when God stirs your heart with a reminder such as this, purpose never sleeps. It is because He wants to bring you back into alignment with the reason you were created. He wants you to rise above the fog of routine, the weight of disappointment, and the noise of distraction. Purpose becomes quiet only when you become distracted. But it never stops working. It never stops moving. It never stops pulling at your spirit. It stays awake, fully alive, even when your motivation grows dim. There are times when life seems to lull you into a sense of complacency. You begin to adjust to mediocrity, to settle for good enough, to accept less than what was ordained for you. But purpose will not settle. It knows the greatness locked within you, and it refuses to let you remain comfortable in a space you were meant to outgrow. Purpose agitates you when you try to shrink. It disturbs you when you try to hide. It pushes you when you try to pause. Because purpose is awakened by the breath of God, and it refuses to sleep beneath the weight of excuses. Every person is born with a built-in assignment, a divine blueprint. And that assignment does not depend on your mood, your past, or your surroundings. It does not fade because others fail to recognize it. It does not diminish because you walk through pain. Purpose is immune to circumstance. It stands like a lighthouse in your spirit, signaling you back to the path you were meant to walk. You may not feel worthy of the calling on your life. Many people don't. But purpose does not require your worthiness. It requires your willingness. Destiny does not wait for you to feel perfect. It waits for you to say yes. Even a hesitant yes is more powerful than a confident no, because heaven aligns itself with obedience, not confidence. When you look back over your life, you'll see that even the difficult moments were shaping your purpose. The disappointments sharpened your discernment. The heartbreak deepened your compassion. The setbacks strengthened your endurance. The delays refined your character. Nothing was wasted. Not one tear, not one failure, not one closed door. Everything was preparing you for the version of yourself that purpose requires. You must understand that purpose is not passive. It does not adapt to your comfort zones. It confronts them. It challenges every limitation you have accepted. It stretches you beyond every boundary you placed on yourself. Purpose will cause you to reevaluate your relationships, your habits, your priorities, and your environment. Because anything that threatens your assignment threatens your future. Some people in your life were only meant for certain seasons. When God starts moving you into deeper dimensions of purpose, He may remove what cannot go with you. This is not loss, it is pruning. It is not abandonment. It is alignment. Purpose will not allow you to carry unnecessary weight into your next chapter. It will shake loose anything that distracts you or dilutes your calling. And while you may feel the loneliness of transition, remember this: purpose is never lonely. Heaven walks with you. Destiny accompanies you. The vision God gave you is a companion that grows stronger with every step of obedience. Even when people don't see what you see, even when they don't believe what you believe, your spirit knows the truth. You were made for more, and purpose is the compass pointing you toward that more. There are days when you feel overwhelmed by the gap between where you are and where you want to be. But purpose does not measure in miles, it measures in movement. Every step counts, every effort matters, every moment of courage builds the path ahead. You don't have to take giant leaps every day. Sometimes purpose calls you simply to be faithful with the small, to focus on consistency rather than intensity. You cannot underestimate the power of small obedience. A single step can shift a life. A single decision can unlock doors you've prayed for. A single act of faith can activate what has been waiting to manifest. Purpose does not always roar. Sometimes it whispers. It nudges you through ideas, through desires, through burdens, through opportunities, through restlessness. Pay attention to the whispers. They are often more powerful than the shouts. Many people think purpose is discovered in a moment of revelation. But more often, purpose unfolds gradually. One assignment leads to another. One door leads to the next. One season prepares you for the following. God rarely reveals the entire picture. He reveals the piece you need for today. Because if you saw the full vision, you might either become overwhelmed or try to run ahead of His timing. Your responsibility is not to know everything. Your responsibility is to move with what you do know. And the truth you have today is enough for today. Tomorrow will bring fresh direction. Purpose reveals itself in real time. You must also learn to silence the internal critic that tells you you're not ready, not educated enough, not talented enough, not experienced enough. Purpose does not consult your insecurities. It consults your potential. It looks at the greatness planted within you, not the flaws you focus on. And God equips you in the journey. He never assigns without supplying. The resources, the connections, the wisdom, the strength, they appear as you walk, not before you walk. There will be seasons when what you're carrying feels heavy. But purpose does not place weight without giving you capacity to grow stronger. You may feel stretched, but stretching produces expansion. You may feel tested, but testing produces resilience. You may feel pressed, but pressing produces power. Purpose will take you through processes that break off what is unnecessary and reveal what is true within you. You are not defined by what you lost. You are defined by what you still carry. And what you carry is powerful. It is impactful. It is assigned by heaven. You may have walked through storms, but the storm did not break your purpose. It shaped it. It clarified it. It purified it. There are dreams inside you that were not placed there by accident. They were planted intentionally. They are not fantasies. They are previews of your assignment. Purpose speaks through desire. It speaks through passion. It speaks through what burdens your heart, what awakens your imagination, what stirs your compassion, what ignites your creativity. You must stop telling yourself that one day you'll pursue your purpose. The truth is that one day is not promised. The only day you can activate is today. Purpose moves when you move. It expands when you take action. It comes alive when you step into agreement with it. Some people are waiting for motivation, but purpose requires discipline. Motivation is a feeling, discipline is a decision. Motivation rises and falls, but discipline sustains. Purpose is fulfilled by people who keep showing up, even when they don't feel like it, even when it's inconvenient, even when progress is slow, because consistency compounds. Every act of faithfulness builds momentum, and you must understand this. Purpose is not only revealed in the extraordinary moments, it is revealed in the ordinary responsibilities you honor daily. Integrity, patience, kindness, persistence, these are the muscles of destiny. Purpose grows where character is strong, and character is formed in the quiet places of life where no one applauds, no one praises, no one notices but God. Purpose never sleeps because your potential never sleeps. You may rest, but what God put in you stays awake, waiting for you to rise again. There will always be more in you than what you have already expressed. And as long as you are breathing, purpose is still unfolding. Your age does not limit it. Your past does not disqualify it. Your failures do not cancel it. Every day you wake up, heaven renews your assignment. You do not need to chase greatness. You need to pursue obedience. Greatness is the fruit of faithfulness. When you commit to what God has placed in your hands, He expands what He entrusts to you. When you prove faithful with small stewardship, He entrusts you with larger impact. Purpose is strategic and God is precise. He positions you exactly where you need to be, even when it feels confusing. Sometimes purpose will call you into unfamiliar territory. It will pull you out of comfort zones, out of predictable rhythms, out of environments that no longer match your growth. You must not fear the unknown. The unknown is the birthplace of destiny. Abraham walked into the unknown. Moses walked into the unknown. Every great assignment begins with a step into a place you haven't been before. Purpose will also require courage, not the absence of fear, but the decision to move in spite of fear. Courage is action wrapped in conviction. You become courageous when you trust the one who wrote your destiny more than you trust your own doubts. Fear cannot withstand purpose-driven action. The moment you step forward, fear loses its authority. You must guard your vision, protect it from negativity, protect it from doubt, protect it from people who cannot see what you see. Purpose is too sacred to be shared with everyone. Some people are not equipped to speak into your destiny. Share your vision only with those who nurture it, not those who suffocate it. And remember, this purpose is not a destination, It is a lifelong journey. You will continue to grow, evolve, transform, and expand. As you enter new seasons, your purpose deepens. You will discover new layers, new gifts, new responsibilities. Purpose matures with you. It adjusts to your growth, but it never sleeps. Every challenge you face reveals a new depth of purpose. Every breakthrough reveals a new level of assignment. Every transition reveals a new dimension of identity. Purpose is dynamic, not static. It is alive, and it is constantly unfolding. You may feel like you're waiting on God, but often God is waiting on you, waiting for you to believe again, to act again, to speak again, to build again, to trust again. Purpose responds to action. And when you act, heaven aligns with your obedience. Purpose is not fragile. It is resilient. It survives storms, setbacks, betrayals, failures, and delays. It survives seasons when you lose yourself. It survives moments when you want to give up, because purpose carries the breath of God, and nothing that carries his breath can die prematurely. Today is another chapter in your journey, another opportunity to rise, another invitation to align, another reminder that you are still a vessel of destiny. You have work to do, people to impact, dreams to birth, solutions to release. Purpose is calling you to step into the fullness of who you are. Purpose never sleeps, because your life still has meaning far beyond the moments you've lived so far. There are visions in you that the world must see. There are gifts in you that heaven expects you to multiply. There are assignments waiting for your yes. And the God who placed purpose in you has already given you the grace to fulfill it. You were born for this. And every breath you take is proof that the assignment continues. Purpose is awake, waiting for you to rise, to move, to believe, and to step boldly into what was designed for you long before the foundations of the world. Purpose has been calling you, shaping you, pressing you, stretching you, and reminding you that you were created with intention. Nothing about your life is random. Nothing you've gone through has been wasted. Every season, every challenge, every victory, every tear has been preparing you for the assignment planted deep within your spirit. And today, the reminder stands firm: purpose never sleeps. It is alive within you, waiting for your agreement, fueled by your obedience, strengthened by your faith, and ready to lead you into everything heaven designed for you. Your future is still open. Your calling is still active. Your spirit is still needed. Step forward, because the world is waiting for the fullness of who you are.